You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Hello, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama coming with a single smart female listener question today. Now, this listener question comes from the great state of Minnesota. So, Miss Confused writes, Dear Jen, how do you overcome rejection when it's time and time again? Okay, so Miss Confused. Let's dive into this a little bit. I don't have a lot of context here. You've given me a one sentence question, which I actually like, but I'm going to infer quite a bit with doing this. And we do know, though, one of the parts of the submission says, are you focused on one particular man right now? And she says, yes, sort of, which is a yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's infer. All right, so number one, if you're experiencing rejection after rejection, it is really, really doubtful, highly doubtful, most doubtful. It's definitely doubtful that you are legitimately mantourage dating. And in fact, what I'm going to guess is that you're not mantourage dating at all. And if you're only seeing one man at a time, it's a much higher likelihood of rejection, period. Now, number two, and you confess to this, and so this is really important for women to understand, hyper-focus. I hardly ever see where it works out, but 9 times out of 10, when you're hyper-focused on a man, before he has asked you to be exclusive, it always leads to rejection, okay? I don't know if y'all know the show The Office. I'm pretty sure many of you do, but one of my favorite mugs that I've ever received as a joke was really funny. It has Dwight on it, and it says, you cannot handle my undivided attention. And that mug represents what hyper-focus feels like towards men. And I'm telling you, ladies, it's great. You don't have to pretend like you don't like someone because that's silly and stupid, but you do need to open up your options, okay? He is not the only one that you're going to feel this way with. We think that. That's the lie we tell ourselves over and over again, but he is not. And when you open up your options, like truly open up your options and create an incredible mantourage dating experience, you will see that A, that's not true. Plus, you'll give yourself a much better chance with him, much better opportunity where he doesn't feel like he's being suffocated by your attention. And now if you're saying, but I don't do anything about it, well, he can still feel it. We can all feel stuff between each other. It's not just our actions all the time. Actions are a big part of it, no doubt, but you can still feel it. You are setting yourself up for romantic failure when you engage in repetitive hyperfocus. That is a key component to repetitive rejection. Now, with all of this said, it's really simple. You need to learn how to mantourage date properly. First off, you have to admit you're not doing it. If you are doing it at all, you're not doing it the proper way, and which means you're not doing it. So I want you to go to mantouragedating.com, get my free 3-day class, and start to learn how to mantourage date properly so that you can create an incredible, magical experience in the dating phase that leads to the relationship that you want. Because what you're doing right now is you are putting all that energy on that one person, expecting them to meet your destination and fulfill all of your desires when there's so many pieces missing. And he hasn't decided that about you yet. But if you give him some breathing space by learning how to mantourage date, I'm going to tell you, ladies, again and again, he can feel when you're having an amazing time with other men. Okay? Now, you're not doing it just for him. You're doing it for yourself. But I'm going to tell you, one of the benefits of mantourage dating is when you are truly having an incredible time with other men, he can feel it. Which is why a lot of you, when you're on a date and you're having a great time, all of a sudden you'll get a text or something from that one guy that you were kind of hyper-focused on before. Happens a lot. It is worth learning to get over your hyperfocus. So A, you're not driving yourself fucking crazy. And B, you have a real chance in love and romance. In fact, you're going to tip the scales all the way in your favor. You step into my adored woman world, and then it's yours. It's yours to create the way that you want once you learn the skills that you need. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. The best way to overcome rejection during the dating phase is to acknowledge that you were likely hyper-focusing on him and then learn how to mentorage date properly. Hey again, lover girl. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are truly ready to tip the scales of love permanently in your favor, then meet me over at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com to schedule your application interview to work with me directly. See you there.